Hi, welcome to Petflix. I'm Tricia Plovey with Canine Companions Rescue Center. We're excited to be on air with you again this morning. Canine Companions Rescue Center is a nonprofit 501c3 corporation founded in 2004 for the purpose of working with the community and the area animal control agencies to promote the adoption of dogs without families. It is our goal to rescue dogs with good family potential, and if our adopters and our dogs are both happier after the match, then we've done our job, which is the really exciting part. We wanted to tell you about a special initiative we started at Canine Companions Rescue Center. It's called Paws Project. In our past 12 years, we've rescued over and helped adopt out over 7,000 dogs. While we're very proud of having helped so many dogs, we do recognize that the problem originates before the dogs ever enter a shelter. As a result, we did launch a unique new initiative last year called Paws Project to help address the problem at its roots. Paws Project is a program to assist those in our community who need help taking care of their dog. Not everybody can take care of their dogs. Because of this program, dozens of dogs from Clarkston were spayed and neutered that otherwise would not have been, and several people also received assistance with animal food. The program is a work in progress still, and it's evolving, but it's critical to our rescue work. This program was long overdue, and we hope it will help grow and expand in the coming years. Paws Project pays the vast majority of the cost to spay and neuter pets in homes where the owner might have financial difficulties or might need some assistance with covering that cost. Basically, through the Paws Project, it's a fraction of the cost that it would be if you went to the vet. Which of course means less animals are unintentionally bred. And then starting in 2017, we added to the program by also offering to have these dogs vaccinated for rabies and distemper, parvo, and lepto, as well as a deworming. Parvo, for those of you that don't know what it is a deadly disease, and we see way too much of it in our rescue. There were just 2 cases of it last week that did not have a good end result. This is also to help the community vaccinate against these diseases. It means that less dogs will contract the diseases and spread them. We will continue to provide food as we have food available. In 2016, we distributed almost 25,000 pounds of dry dog food, along with thousands of wet canned food. We distributed almost 1,000 pounds of dry cat food, along with thousands of wet canned cat food too. 60 dogs were spayed and neutered, and 63 local families were assisted with spay and neuter or food or both. 93 local dogs and 66 cats were assisted with spay and neuter, food or both. And it is our goal to spay and neuter at least 120 pets in 2017, which is about 10 a month, which means we have limited spots available. So if you live in Clarkston or a nearby community and you're in need to help with the cost of spaying or neutering your pet, you can contact us directly at ccrcdogs.com, and someone will get back to you within 48 hours. Now we are going to take a small break because we have a special guest with us today that I'm excited to introduce to you, so we'll be right back. So we are back with our special guest, and our special guest is Leah DeBella, owner of Smart Dog LLC. Leah is a professional dog trainer. She has helped us out at Canine Companions Rescue Center by training some of our fosters. Leah's here to give us some pet training advice and tips, which I think all of us can use, because what I hear is it's more about training the person versus the dog. So Leah's going to tell us a little bit more about that. So Leah, if you could first just tell us, how did you get involved in pet training?
Well, I've loved animals all my life, especially dogs and horses I was drawn to. At 20 years old, I had dogs all my life. And then at 20, I made the investment and bought my first horse. Spent the next 15 years training and competing horses. Met a wonderful woman who became a adulthood friend. She owned a dog training company. And I interned under her for years and learned how to do this. Just became kind of a natural thing for me. And then from there, I worked for her as a trainer for many years, and then I started Smart Dog about 4 years ago.
Nice. Well, you've been a great help to us, so we sincerely appreciate all that you've done with us.
I'm glad
So,
that I can.
Yeah, good.
Feels good.
And you have a special guest with you.
Yes.
And who is this?
This is Indy.
Hi, Indy. How are you, sweet girl?
She was rescued by CCRC out of Detroit from a dog fighting ring. Very young, as she, like I said, she's 13 weeks, but they believed that she was getting started with some dog training for fighting. So she learned at an early age that she had to compete for her food and fight for her food. They deprive them of food and then make them fight for little bits of it. It's so sad.
That is awful. And so
Yeah.
they were just getting her started in that when we found her?
Yes.
Okay.
And then they rescued her and her sister was a little more submissive and easy to place in a home, so she has been adopted.
Okay,
So that's
good.
great news.
Yeah.
And,
Apparently
and
she loves
Indy,
you.
the rescue contacted me to do some work with her because she is now suffering from some food aggression issues.
Okay.
So my plan now is to work with her for a while so we can get her placed in her forever home.
Okay. Nice. And I'm sure she's excited to go to her forever home too, although
Yeah,
she
she
seems
has
pretty comfortable with
Yeah,
you.
she's a very sweet puppy. So I'm just trying to bond with her right now, which means spending time teaching her that she can trust me, teaching her that food is readily available. There's no competition. There's no fight for it. Toys are hers to play with. Just trying to decompress her and teach her that she's safe now.
Okay. And any other tips, like when you are getting a dog from the beginning stages? So definitely make them feel safe in your environment, make sure they feel like food's not an issue. But any other basic tips that you use early on?
Well, safety is a dog's #1 need. So you need to help them to feel safe, especially if you're bringing a rescue home. By creating their schedule for them. I'm a huge advocate of crate training. Dogs in the wild are natural den dwellers, so a crate should be used to simulate a den, a place for rest and safety.
Okay.
So using a crate, getting them acclimated, letting them settle in, letting them bond with you and the family, teaching them where they go to the bathroom, housebreaking, and then obedience training comes into play, teaching them how to be successful in your life, how to follow commands in different environments with different things going on so that they can feel relaxed and confident.
Okay. Those are all great tips. And then what else will you do with her before you feel that she's ready to go to a foster home? Like when will you know? Like what signs will you see from her?
Well, I'm hoping that I can get some of that food aggression gone so that she can be in the present. It's not towards people, it's towards other dogs. So I can take her food, I can give her treats and take bones away and treats away. But we just have to let her know that she's not competing with other dogs so that if she does go into home with other dogs, that it's not going to be an issue for the average family.
Gotcha.
And that I can help her to feel comfortable with that. And then we can start to do some training, some basic obedience commands so that people can direct her and tell her what to do.
And so right now, as you're training her with the food issues or the food aggression, do you feed her separately from the other dogs then?
I was feeding her by herself, yes, but now, at the kennel, in the training environment, the dogs are all fed in their own kennels, so they don't have to feel that competition anyways.
Gotcha. They're not around each other's bowls or anything?
No,
and-
no. So she's fed in her own kennel, and now I've actually started letting other dogs in crates next to her, so they're all eating at the same time.
Okay.
And interesting watching her, she's watching the other dogs, and they're eating, and she's like, And so she's growing more relaxed and eating. I am seeing it already happen. It's really rewarding.
Good.
Loving my work that I'm doing for the rescue.
Well, thank you. We love that you do it for the rescue. So, and I know we have another dog here who's been with you for a while, Toby, who we're going to pause in just a moment to see and hear Toby's story. But tell us a little bit more about India as far as how old she is. When do you think she might be available for adoption?
Okay, she's 13 weeks old. And it shouldn't be too long because she is so young. She hasn't had a lot of practice at fighting for her food. So I believe within the next 4 weeks I'd be comfortable, possibly sooner, but I'm going to say an average of probably about 4 weeks.
Okay, great.
If all goes well.
So remember that Indy will be up for adoption soon, and we sincerely appreciate the work that you're doing with her and with the other dogs. And we will be right back to meet Toby and hear about Toby's training. Welcome back. We are with Leah DeBella with Smart Dog LLC still. And Leah has another dog to show us that she's done some extensive training with. Leah, who do you have with you today that's fully trained?
I brought Toby.
Okay.
He's my German Shepherd. He's all black. He's 4 years old.
Okay.
And he started his training at 16 weeks, which is ideal.
Wow,
right?
nice. And so you've worked with him ever since then, and he's now officially your dog?
Oh,
Or
yeah.
has been from the beginning, it
Yes,
sounds like. Okay.
yes, and it's just a way of life for him now. He's relaxed, confident, focused, which is the goal
Good.
for all dogs.
Good. So are you ready to show us some commands with Toby?
Sure.
Excellent.
All right, Toby, come. Good boy. Sit. Hand signals are very important, so that's your basic sit,
Okay.
right? Most important commands that you can have are come and stay with a dog.
Yes.
Those will keep them safe in all situations. If you need to call them away or make them stay put, right?
So is that the majority of the training on the front end that you work with as far as come and stay in the beginning?
Oh, yes.
Stages?
Yes. You want a solid recall. You want your position sitting down so that you can tell them to hold that position with a stay.
Okay.
And the only way you ever want them to get out of a stay is with a release, because then they know that's the only way they ever get out of it.
Okay.
And my release is a okay and a tap on his head.
I was gonna say he's being very good
He's
waiting for you.
Now he's doing a
Yes.
wait.
Okay, excellent. And about how long does it take typically? I know every dog is different and they respond differently, but about how long does it take, or should it take an owner to work on the
Wait.
stay and come?
Well, you want to start with positive reinforcement techniques,
Okay.
which is a stimulus the handler applies that a dog's willing to work for, which would be your treats, your verbal praise, your enthusiasm, toys, something to motivate them to follow that command.
Got it.
And if you're taking a puppy from 12 weeks and you're trying to work it through distraction and off-leash work, you want to plan on a good solid year of constant consistency and timing.
Okay.
And repetition.
Okay, just sheer repetition again and again.
Again and again,
Okay.
and it just becomes who they are. Like I said, relaxed, confident, and focused.
Excellent. And he seems all of those things right now.
He's very relaxed and very confident, yes.
Excellent. Are there any other commands that you want to show us with Toby?
Sure. Well, first, I could tell him to wait. Toby, wait.
Which he's really good at that.
He's waiting well. And then I can call him to me. Toby, come. Good boy. And then I can tell him down and stay. So now he's in a stay, so he shouldn't get up until I release him.
Okay.
With that okay and the tap on the head. So if I tell him stay and just say the word okay, he shouldn't get up. People say that all day, right? If I tap his head, stay. Good stay. He shouldn't get up until I say, okay, good boy, sit and wait.
Very nice.
Yes.
He is so well behaved. Oh my goodness. And then I'm just curious, when you give them the separate commands, how long do you wait in between the other commands so that you're not like layering them right on top of each other? Like I noticed like you had a little bit of a pause before you transitioned him from one command to the next.
Well, dog training should always be fast, frequent, short sessions.
Okay.
But at this point in his life, it's just a way of life, So my sessions might be when I'm training a dog 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay.
Throwing in a couple different commands as they get more advanced. You can chain them together more quickly.
Okay.
But there isn't a real time frame on the use of the commands, but rather your training sessions should be short and fun.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
Yeah, you don't want to bore them.
Yeah. Excellent. Well,
Yes.
Toby, it was great meeting you. And Leah, thank you so much for being with us today. We
Thanks.
appreciate all the tips that you shared with us. How can people get a hold of you if they want more information or they want to learn more about pet training?
Yes, you can go to my website. It's www.smartdogllc.com.
Great. Thank you so much. And we're
Thanks.
going to have Leah back again, so stay tuned. She'll be on future episodes. And thank you for all your time today.
Thanks, it was fun.
Good. Thank you.
Thanks.
So next we have our pet tip of the week. It is summer, so we thought we'd give an appropriate summer pet tip. Make sure to give your dog extra water during the summer, but you want to be sure not to leave the water out for too long because it's important to change the water often to prevent your pet from getting sick. What can happen is bacteria can form and grow in hot water, so you want to make sure that you're changing that water frequently for them. Next, we have our featured dog of the week, who is Sassy. Now, Sassy happens to be my current foster. And Sassy was too shy to be here today, but we do have some pictures of Sassy that you'll see on the screen. So Sassy, we've had her for about 2 months. As I said, she's too shy to appear in person. We're working with her on that and getting her some training. But she wanted you to know this about her. So Sassy is a 4.5-year-old lab pit mix. She came from a hoarding case where she and 13 other dogs were kept in a dog run for the majority of their life. So in Sassy's world, everything is new to her. And everything can be a little scary for her. She's very loving. She's good with kids. She's good with other dogs, especially because she came from living with 13 other dogs, right? So she's very good with other dogs, big and small. She loves to run out in the yard. She prefers a fenced-in yard, so again, that she doesn't get frightened of other things happening outside the yard, like people mowing their lawns or whatever else might be going on. So she prefers a fenced-in yard. And she loves her food. And especially she loves the fact that she doesn't have to share food with 13 other hungry dogs. So she loves to be right by your side and likes to be scratched on her chest and her neck. She does need some help getting over her fear of riding in a car and going new places. Sassy has grown a lot since she came into the foster care with us. Every day she gets a little less frightened about her external and internal environment and a little bit more excited about what life has to offer Sassy and living her life to the fullest. I know that sounds odd, but every day she comes out of her shell just a little bit more. Sassy is currently available for adoption. If you would like more information on Sassy, you can visit our website at ccrcdogs.com and then look under available pet adoptions. Hi, we have an upcoming event on Saturday, August 5th from 2:30 to 4:30. It's the Angel Fund Dog Wash, and it's happening at Advanced Pet Care in Oakland in Clarkston. Angel Fund is a charity that Advanced Pet Care of Oakland started in August 2008. And this charity was created to support pet owners financially in the event that they were unable to fund veterinary care for their own pets on their own. And as always, we will be at Petco on Baldwin Road in Auburn Hills for pet adoptions every Sunday from noon until 4 o'clock. We hope to see you there. With the Angel Fund Pet Wash, you can bring your dogs in and actually get them washed by the staff at Advanced Pet Care. So it should be a lot of fun. We hope to see you there. And thank you for tuning in to Petflix today. We appreciate you and hope that you will tune in next time for other exciting events, pet tips, and of course, our Pet of the Week. Thanks so much.